Alright, back with the RWBY Vlogs. Episode 9, The Badge of Burden, Part 1. Alright, so it's sort of so it's after the whole, forest battle and everything, so they're all in dorms now, Team RWBY and Team, Juniper, I believe. This episode mostly focuses on Team RWBY. My dishwasher and sink is being very loud. Anyways. So So RWBY decides to wake up Wise with a very modest whistle near the ear type thing, and it's loud. I do like the new uniforms they have, like school uniforms. I do like that RWBY keeps her red cape and hood. That was a nice little touch. Anyways, they decide to sort of just like they decide to just fix up the room, make everything where it is, and we get some nice little moments. Their personalities start blending and whatnot. As they're all sitting up, there's this great little bit with Blake where she's putting books on a shelf and she holds this book called Ninjas of Love. She's like, no one saw this, right? Just nice little character moment like that. Which, says a bit about the character as well, so we'll see where that goes. So they fix up the room and it's like, what do we do with the beds? So they make the most unsafe bunk beds imaginable. Love how they vote. It's just like, ding, ding, burp. They vote on bunk beds, and Blake and Yang are both like, yeah, for it. Well, Wise is like, no. And they're just the most unsafe things imaginable, held up with, like strings and duct tape. It's funny. Anyways, they go to their first class after almost being late for it, I might add. Excuse me, sorry. Almost being late for it, where, okay. I don't know what it is. Whenever you hear Jack or Ryan's voice playing a character, I burst into tears laughing. Especially in, I said that one episode of X-Ray and Vab, The Mad King, and it was clearly played by Ryan, and I was just on the floor, yeah, stuff like that. Anyways, they get to class, and Ryan plays this teacher who's going on about the many monsters and whatnot, hunters and huntresses, what do they all do and whatnot. He's going on about some story about himself, all neat stuff, exposition and whatnot. We see them all in kind of class. We see Wise as sort of just like the average student, just above average, I'm going to be a high achiever, I'm going to take down many notes. You got RWBY who's just trying to stay asleep, and Yang and Blake are just sort of they're just there paying attention. I love it. Wise is sort of sick of RWBY's antics. She's big at her nose, going cross-eyed, balancing things on her finger, all that funny stuff. And just this weird sense of tension, just the prof is telling this crazy story about himself, and Wise is just grrr! And it keeps cutting back to RWBY. It's this weird sense of tension and whatever, I don't know. Oh, also forgot to mention the best Easter egg I've ever seen. They put up a poster of it what looks like some kind of boy band, and it's it's 6 dudes. It's sort of caricature of Gavin, Jeff, Michael, Jack, Ray, and Ryan. And it's just, I had to pause and just what? I think they're called the Thief or something. I don't know. The name's sort of cut off. But just, it's one of those just pause it and laugh your head off type moments. And they all look exactly how they look. Jack has his giant beard and everything. It's hilarious. I love Ray. He's just oh! in the photo. So that episode's good, and it ends with the prof he has a monster in his in this cage in the class in the the auditorium, the classroom or whatever. And Wise sort of volunteers as tribute to face it. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out in the next episode. But yeah, it's just a nice little funny episode. It's sort of a nice little new start of things. Everything kind of before this kind of felt like setup and sort of almost like a pilot episode of a show, and then this is where it's it's kicking off, it's going good. So we'll see where this goes. I'm excited to see where it goes. So until then, see you later.